We got Morel, Mr. Morel from Hunter x Hunter and his power score, during the Chimera Ant arc, right? Morel Macker Nasi, is a hunter, right? I think he's a one-star hunter. He has, pretty damn good experience, right? He was sent on the, extermination team to the NGL to fight against these, Chimera ants and exterminate them. He understood like what was at stake and shit, right? He told Gon and Killua to show him that they're ready, because this is not a fucking joke. We got planetary threats, essentially, or like world-ending threats. These people could become the apex predator. These creatures could become the apex predator if we don't quell this now. Stop them in their fucking tracks. You know, he was humbled a bit by Gon. You know, but he was just making sure he was up to par, doing his job as a hunter. We can't have people as liabilities out here. We need them to be on their shit. And he found out that he was, you know so they went over there, and he's using his nen ability called Deep Purple. He's helping Isaac Netero take care of the like weaker ants, because there's a whole an ant hill has like hella like it's a nest, it's a colony, and it has hella fucking we gotta exterminate that. So he was part of that. He was sending them down, or what he was doing was he was like confusing them. He created a whole bunch of smoke with Deep Purple, right? And then another guy was sending them to Isaac Netero. But when it came time for the big guns, like the Royal Guard and shit, he was kind of like, oh, these, like, I can't do shit against them. They're too powerful. He fought against another Chimera ant called Chi2, who was trying to reach those levels of power of like the Royal Guard and even Merowyn. But he was kind of like slightly weaker than him. And why do I say that this man was slightly weaker than him? The way that these ants would grow, their growth curve was like crazy. You know, their ability to adapt is ridiculous. So I say all that to say I got his score card, so like his numbers and shit, right? So his strength is physical strength is at 91%. We got his speed at 87%. We got his durability at a 91%. We got his endurance at a 90%, and his intelligence at a 90% as well. Experience at a 94%. Recoup at a 90%. Close skills at a 89%. Range skills at a 94%. And his hacks are at a 91%. So overall power score is a 90.8 for Morel Macernassi during the Chimera Ant arc. Be cool, call on the corner, and let me know what you think in the comments below.